Hey guys, and welcome back to Prosper Geek. Now today's video is talking about kind of an introduction to crochet in preparation for some crochet slash cross stitch projects that I'm going to be doing in the future days and weeks. So today we are just going to be doing a quick overview and then definitely look forward to how-to videos coming up for base chains and single crochet stitches and things like that very soon. So today I'm just going to show you guys some quick examples of crochet that I have personally done. Like for example, this hat. I came up with this design all by myself, and I made them in several colors and gave them to friends one year. So love the hats. Then this is a very well worn owl hat that I made my son, and of course his head is about as big as mine is these days, so I will just model it for you. Put that on there. So you got your little owl hat that my kiddo loved this. He still does. He wears it in the winter. And then we've got a nice cotton crochet bag that was all one piece, no seam, just worked up from the bottom, which super easy to make, very durable since it's cotton and it doesn't stretch. And then the last one I want to show you is these little Doctor Who booties that I did. There are 3 booty designs, baby booty designs that I've made over the years, and I decided to try and manipulate one of them to make them look a little bit like using the Doctor Who colors. I'm not quite sure about these yet. I haven't shown, this is actually the first time I've shown them to anybody, is you guys, so I'm not quite sure about them yet. I'm not sure if the bow tie looks enough like a bow tie or if it's just like a bow on a booty, so I haven't decided yet. But anyway, so those are some examples of crochet projects. Now, of course, if you've noticed, none of them have any sort of cross stitch on them, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to be doing this video series, is because it's something that I really want to get into. I have several projects in my mind that I really want to get out. So that is what this video series is all about. But in order to get there, I just wanted to get out some basics of crochet, which I sort of been wanting to do for, you know, many years now. So I'm really excited about these videos. So just to wrap up this intro to crochet, I wanted to talk about the materials needed, which are very easy. As opposed to knitting, all you need is one hook. Now, this is a hook I've used for probably 5 or 6 years now, the same hook, to the point where the gold is starting to rub off up here. I ended up getting a little bit of an ergonomic one for my hand. Anyone who uses their hands a lot to craft anything probably understands, you know, carpal tunnel syndrome and pain in your knuckles. Yeah, not fun. But crochet hooks come in all shapes and sizes. They come in letters and millimeters sizes. Like letter A would be super tiny, and letter K, you know, KJ and on up, would be getting bigger. The size, and it depends on the size yarn you're using. So most of my projects, actually all the projects I showed you, including this hat, were done with a pretty medium-sized yarn, pretty typical. If you go into Michael's or Joann's or your local craft store, that's the size yarn they'll probably have most plentiful. We'll talk about yarn sizes here in a minute. Now, if you go to a specialized yarn store, which are like heaven, you'll probably find a lot more, a little bit thinner yarns in plentiful there, but I guess my problem and a problem with, you know, a lot of people is that if you go to a specialized yarn store, the yarn is a little bit more expensive. I mean, you do have a wide variety and you can basically find anything you need, but it is a bit more expensive, and I am a very thrifty person, very on a tight budget, so I tend to go to the local craft store and get, you know, like this yarn here that I'm going to show you. You can actually get this yarn, where's the, there. It's a Red Heart, which is very basic. You know, you can go to any craft store, even Walmart, I think, has some Red Heart. And it's, you know, like this was $3.50 and it's got like, you know, how many yards is this? 315 yards. It's a lot. So, so let's look at this real quick. So if you're just starting out, this is probably, you know, this is a good size for you. On the label, it tells you everything you need to know about it. It's going to tell you what material it's made out of and how to care for it, like if you can put it in a washer or not. So this particular one is acrylic, so it's not going to shrink or anything. You can machine wash it. I usually will not put this in the dryer. I would, in fact, all of my, except for this guy, I will tell you this guy went into the washing machine, and then when he came out, I just sort of reshaped him a little bit and then let him air dry. So, you know, I guess it depends on how you've made it. If you think it can withstand, you know, like a gentle cycle, or if you think it should just be hand washed. Most of the people will tell you just hand wash your stuff and then let them air dry. So, I mean, it's up to you. So anyway, so we go on this guy. So he's 100% acrylic, and you're gonna see on here what size yarn this is, because all the labels should tell you what size it is, and it usually will give you a number. So this is a number 4. It's a medium weight yarn. If you go to a number 5 or a number 6, the yarn gets thicker and you're going to need a bigger hook to work it. If you go down size 3, size 2 and whatnot, then, you know, the yarn gets thinner. So for a size 4 medium weight yarn, I tend to use a size H hook no matter what. If it's like anywhere near the size that the yarn that I tend to use, a number 4, then I just use an H hook no matter what. But definitely the next piece of information off the label that you're going to want to look at is the gauge. It will tell you based on a 4" by 4" square how many stitches it would equal if you're working with the tool that they tell you to. So for example, on this one, they are telling you to use a size K hook, and it will get you 14 stitches down a row and then 14 rows up. So if you use a K hook. Now, if that's what they're telling you it's going to be, they always tell you to do like do a sample swatch out of the yarn to see if your tension is the same, and if not, to kind of figure that out. So whatever pattern you're using, basically, like if you get a pattern for a hat and it's telling you, its gauge is telling you, hey, if you use an H hook, you should be getting 14 stitches long and 14 rows up to get 4" by 4". And if you're not, then you need to either adjust your tension or you need to take that into account for the pattern. Because otherwise, when you finish the pattern, the finished work is not going to come out the way it says it's going to, because you made your stitches like a totally different size than what they wanted. So that's definitely something to look at. We will definitely be talking about that when we are working on our base chain. We will be talking about tension some more. So anyways, so you got your hook and you got your yarn and you want to do some crocheting. So just stay tuned for the next video where we will be learning how to do a base chain, which is the foundation stitch for all other crochet stitches. It should be a very quick video, just a lot of repetition to get it going, and easy peasy. So thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to get some future videos from Prosper Geek. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace!